Horror movies that actually scared me too. I'm not gonna lie, Orphan scared me. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, what the nigga? Hell no.
I love you, Jay.
Horror movies that actually scared me too. What are some horror movies that dead scared? I ain't gonna lie, bro. We all had that one horror movie that dead scared us when we was young, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We all had that one horror movie that dead, real life scared us when we was young. For me, it was something dumb. It was The Wolfman, bro. Yo, this wasn't even a scary movie. I don't know why. This gave me nightmares, though. Dead ass. This shit? Y'all know this movie? Bro, this movie gave me nightmares for no reason. Like, I swear I had a mean-ass dream this nigga came in my house one time, bro, and fucked me up. Genuinely, bro. And fucking... Bro, it was stupid. It's some stupid-ass movies that scared me that wasn't even meant to be scary. It was about this one girl. What was that movie about? I don't remember the name of it. My mom watched it. My mom watched the shit, bro. It was fucking... Now, Orphan scared me too. I'm not gonna lie. Orphan scared me. Orphan scared me too, bro. I don't know why Orphan scared me, but Orphan scared me, gang. Orphan dead scared me. But it was this other movie, bro. I don't know the name of the shit, but it was about this girl. It might have... Was it Orphan? But it was about this girl. This little girl or some shit, and she lost her parents. Something what the fuck was happening. I don't know.
I'll agree. A lot of horror movies just
the fuck out of me for no
aren't that
reason.
scary.
Dead ass.
But lying beneath all this mediocre, not scary stuff are gems. Horror movies that are so good, so captivating, so scary that you might just start pissing your pants. So that's what we'll be doing today. It's been about 42 years since I did the last one, but today I'll be going over some more horror movies that I actually find scary. Yes, me, Derek, horror movies that I find scary. I had to make that clear. And in the end, I'll go over one of the scariest movies.
I still didn't watch Weapons to this day, bro. I was supposed to been watch that shit
I've ever seen. All right, let's run it. First time I heard about this movie, one of my friends suggested we go watch it one night for fun. You know, spur of the moment type of thing. Watch it in theaters for that real scary experience. He ended up ditching me and go with a girl instead, so I watched it on streaming. But it was still pretty scary. I'ma just assume you ain't never seen it, so if you ain't know, in the Black Phone, we follow this kid named Finney Blake. American kid from the suburbs in 1978. And while he may live in the suburbs and look like the average American around this time, let me tell you, this kid Finney, this kid is not living the American dream. First off, he gets bullied at school, which, you know, already sucks. Getting bullied, that sucks. But this is 70s bullying too. Not 2000s getting called the hard R on the game. Nah, this is put your head in the freaking toilet bowl and beat you up for the dumbest reason type of bullying. I don't like your glasses. 4 eyes. Like what? Y'all was beating up people for being visually impaired? And then speaking of beat, Finney's father, not the best either. Like, I thought Hispanic moms were bad, but this man be raising a belt off any little thing. Like, his temper could have been a horror movie on its own. Like, Finney
would look like one of them type of dads. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This man be raising all them beat your kid dads always had that same look, bro. That's how the nigga in Chronicle kind of look, bro.
Belt off any little thing. Like, his temper could have been a horror movie on its own. Like, Finney will be munching on his cereal, minding his business. You think you could slurp that any louder? Like, damn, bro, you got some super hearing or something? It's the 70s. Let him enjoy his crunch logs in peace. Mind you, this is all only like 12 minutes into the movie, and I already felt bad for the kid. Dad beats you, born in the 70s. This dude's life is terrible. But to top it all off, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for the kid, one day while he's walking home from school, Finney gets kidnapped.
Damn.
And that's where the horror really starts. Cause the dude who kidnapped Finney is one of the strangest, one of the most just unsettling killers I've seen on screen. The Grabber, which not the best name, I'm not gonna lie. The Grabber? That can mean a lot of things, bro. But in this case, it's cause he be grabbing up kids from the street and murking them. That's right. And to me, this guy is by far the scariest part of the movie. Like, for some horror movies, it's the atmosphere.
There's more than him in that movie?
But in the Black Phone, it's this guy. Cause yeah, we've seen all types of killers in these movies before, but the feeling I got when this dude was on my screen was just, ugh. Cause you know, he likes to do these weird psychological torture games to the kids he kidnaps. Like first he'll start acting like he's a nice guy, doing this weird Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka voice that he does. Hurt you? I'm not gonna hurt you. Now why would I? Do you want some soda? Let me get you some soda. I'm not even joking. That's actually how he sounds to me. Then he'll do these things to test the kid.
I ain't gonna lie, movies like this probably would scare me too. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. If I watch these as like a little nigga, or like, shit, probably back in like 2018 or some shit, when I was still in my teenagers and shit, these shits would scare me too. They would probably low-key scare me now. I'm not gonna lie if I seen something like that in real life. Because, like, you know these instances that could dead-ass happen.
Leave the basement door open, but if he catches you trying to sneak out of it, he'll beat you. Yeah, and according to him, for being a naughty boy, whatever that means. And that's really his whole goal while you're trapped in his basement. This dude is just itching for you to be naughty. But the scariest thing about this dude to me is he's a smart killer. I noticed this while I was watching. As the movie goes on and Finney gets more advice from the dude's victims through the black phone, the movie eventually shows us how many victims the grabber has. 5. And there's this one specific scene in the movie that shows all of them lined up. And that scene not only confirmed how smart this dude is to me, but it also added a whole new layer of fear. Because tell me why I'm looking at who he killed, right? And I noticed this dude started killing minorities. And I ain't saying it's okay when it was white kids. No, I'm not saying that. But you gotta put it in perspective. This is the 70s. You tell the cops back then a Mexican kid is missing, they just gonna be like, well, he probably went home. They might as well be gone with the wind in the 70s because the NBC ain't covering them. Yeah, and I don't know about y'all, but to me, that's much scarier. A lot scarier. That means this dude was smart enough to switch up his game plan to avoid getting caught. He was probably sitting in his room like, all right, next month I'll do white, black, white. Is that too?
Wait, so that's how the nigga was planning his... What the fuck? So now he going based off of skin color.
Much white. That junk is scary, y'all. I'm telling y'all. If it wasn't for him getting greedy and going after Finney, which led to his demise, a lame one at that. Like, how you gonna get pieced up by a preteen, bro? I'm telling you, this dude would have never gotten caught. He was playing meta.
That nigga just got his ass kicked. I thought it was gonna be like some crazy shit to like end this nigga off or something. Like he was trying to escape and he just genuinely couldn't. He just got his ass
kicked. That junk
is
scary, y'all. I'm telling y'all. If it wasn't for him getting greedy and going after Finney, which led to his demise, a lame one at that. Like, how you gonna get pieced up by a preteen, bro? I'm telling you, this dude would have never gotten caught. He was playing meta.
Now this shit scared the fuck out of me for no reason.
But I had the black phone first for a reason.
Especially that little fight when they were like, I think she drowned or some shit at the end, bro. I don't know why that shit scared me, gang.
It's not even close to the scariest horror movie I've watched. A movie that's a bit closer though is Orphan. Like, Black Phone scares me because I imagine being a kid and running into that dude. But even as an adult, this one freaks me out. This movie is so good. I don't even want to hint at what it's about yet. I mean, obviously an orphan, but you know what I mean. So an orphan, we fuck.
Mine was kind of bad though. What's her name again? I ain't gonna lie. Mine was kind of, Kate Coleman. I'm about to look it up. Kate Coleman in her prime. Kate Coleman in her prime. Let's see. I'm not getting the results I want to see. We're just gonna stick. We're gonna stick to the movie. We're gonna stick to the movie, bro. We're gonna stick to the movie. Even though
these two definitely got it better than Finney over there, I mean, look at their crib. Life ain't perfect and stuff ain't always sweet, especially in marriage. And trust me, I would know. I've had like 3 divorces on Sims. But in Kate and John's case, it's not divorce. It's that they lost their baby. And this loss clearly flung Kate into a depression. She took up the bottle, started seeing a therapist. This was some sad stuff. And then John, not so much. I'm not gonna say he wasn't sad, but I couldn't see it. All I saw him trying to do was get one in with Kate.
This is like a one-time watch, bro.
Some of the happiest dudes you be seeing be the saddest, so maybe that's how he copes. So to finally deal with the sadness, Kate and John decide they want to give that love they would have gave their daughter to another kid because they're just sweet like that. So they go to the orphanage, which I never understood how these things work, like parent-wise. Do you just come in and pick the one that looks most like you? Like, oh, look at this one.
Honestly, this one, that's what I'm trying to figure out, low-key. Like, you just look at a kid and be like, damn, that's all right. They look cute enough. We'll pick them up. That doesn't seem odd though, right? And I feel bad for like real life orphans, bro. Cause it's like, damn. Now you gotta move in. I ain't gonna lie. Especially the ones that be like already prematured and actually have their brain developed and actually can think for themselves and actually, you know what I'm trying to say? When they're young, super young, and they may not remember it, okay, that's different. But it's like, bruh,
they're just sweet like that. Nah. So they go to the orphanage, which I never understood how these things work, like parent-wise. Do you just come in and pick the one that looks most like you? Like, oh, look at this one, honey. This one has your eyes.
You gotta be a very
sorta? Or can you just adopt any kid,
person.
even if they're nothing like you?
I feel like those be the
most loving people in the world. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna just line up all the kids and tell them to race. That's the one coming home with me. You might take it out, buddy. And Kate and John must have been thinking the same thing I was, because out of all the kids they could have picked from the orphanage, they chose the most gifted one. A little girl by the name Esther. And you've seen the title. You don't gotta play dumb. There is something wrong with this little girl. And before you say, no, it's not the fact that she dresses weird. Come on, y'all.
Russian or something?
She's just Russian. It's worse than that. Far worse. Which is crazy, because at first when you're watching it, Esther looks like the best daughter in the world. She's polite, she's smart, she learns ASL to talk with her, or not talk, with her new deaf sister. She's great. I mean, it's no Project LeBron, but this is still amazing stuff. Almost too amazing. Because the longer these two live with this little girl, the more cracks they start to see in this little perfect daughter image. Like, first thing we see is that she has a bit of a temper problem. This girl from school tried touching like the ribbons around her neck, and she just flipped out. Like, all right, maybe that's a Russian thing too. And then there's the scene where she walks in on Kate and John coping with their loss, if you get what I'm saying. And instead of being traumatized like a normal kid, she just stares? What kind of? And that's not even the weirdest part about that one. Because after Kate saw that Esther saw them, you know, she feels the need to give Esther the birds and the bees talk. So she pulls up on her. Esther, when two people love each other very much, you know, they want to show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know they be. She was not expecting that. And then the thing she did that just really took it over the top for me with this girl was that after Kate and John's son accidentally shot a pigeon while he was playing with a paintball gun, and I'm saying accidentally very loosely here because the dude literally aimed his sights in and shot. Then he want to be talking about, so I didn't mean to. Shut up. Esther pulls up on him and tells him he needs to take some accountability, which is facts. That's facts. By putting the bird out its misery.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, that's cold.
And that nigga with that fat ass rock?
Oh, what are you talking about? And the kid Daniel obviously couldn't do it. Telling me to kill a pigeon? What are you talking about? But guess what?
She took that nigga out.
Does it.
Oh, never mind.
No hesitation or nothing. Just bop.
I knew she did something.
Something wrong with this little girl. And Kate eventually realized something is up too. So she starts doing some digging, calls the orphanage to find out what's wrong. And see, if I was the parent, I'm calling too. But I would have just said,
Wait, did she get put in the orphanage because of her or like the shit she was doing or something?
To find out what's wrong.
I don't remember the story at all. This is
I'm
calling
too, but I would have just said, forget figuring out what's wrong. I would have just called up.
Hello? Yeah, so mine just killed a pigeon. Y'all do refunds or?
And Kate doing all this investigating actually made things worse.
What do you even say about like
this
shit
when
like
things
that?
get scary. Because if you thought Esther's antics were bad.
Could you dad refund somebody? Not saying if I was to ever do it, I would, but it's like, is that how they work? They profitable?
Before, you don't even know. Because remember, I told y'all, Esther is a smart girl. Very smart.
That's crazy.
When she gets wind of Kate's plan to find out who or what she is from Sister Abigail, she decides to handle it in a very calm and tactful way. Nah, I'm just kidding. She kills her.
Damn!
Even with all them cracks from earlier, I did not think this 9-year-old was capable of murdering anyone. Much less a nun. That's like...
And mind you, I'm like 9 when I watched this shit. And that's the last time I watched. I didn't even watch the second movie that dropped on this back in like 2016.
This 9-year-old was capable of murdering anyone. Much less a nun. That's like double evil. And it doesn't even end there. Because after that, she only continues to do evil stuff. She destroys the memorial Kate made for the daughter they lost out of spite.
Niggas get money for adopting kids? I thought it was just out the soul and love of the game.
Much less a nun. That's like double evil. And it doesn't even end there. Because after that, she only continues to do evil stuff.
What the fuck
she
is all this?
destroys the memorial Kate made for the daughter they lost out of spite. She burns down the family treehouse to dispose of all the evidence.
Never knew that.
And this last thing she did had me genuinely scared. Y'all remember Kate and John's son, right? Daniel? Well, before Esther burned down the treehouse, Daniel saw her hide the evidence in the treehouse. But Esther saw that.
Man, hell nah, see? Fuck that family.
Treehouse. Daniel saw her hide the evidence in the treehouse. But Esther saw that. So she pulls up in his sleep and tells him, if he says what he saw to...
Oh, bro, how the fuck did she even get in the nigga house? Nigga was the... See, that's that shit, bro. That's that shit.
Esther saw that. So she pulls up in his sleep and tells him if he says what he saw to anyone, she gonna pull up on him again and cut off his hairless balls. His balls? I don't care what no one says. Freddy, Jason, and Michael ain't never said something that scary to no one before. I was around this kid's age when I first seen this movie. So
that's what I'm saying. I was like 9 when I seen that shit, bro.
Felt like it was at me. Had me sitting there clutching my nuts in fear. There is something wrong with this girl. And the worst part is no one can prove anything because she's 9. The cops won't believe that. Tell them she murdered someone and burnt down a treehouse. They just gonna be like, why? Which is a good question. Why is she doing this? Is she possessed? Is she a demon? Is she a skinwalker? Why is this little girl so evil? Well, at the end,
I remember at the that man hungry. How you know, motherfucker? I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, you know me, family. Shit's currently getting cooked as we speak, though. I'm not gonna lie. What's going on, though, Key, man?
The movie, that's when it all makes sense. So after this girl Kate gets sedated for pretty much pimp slapping Esther, at this point, like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was the worst mistake she could have possibly made. Her Russian tendencies and that demon inside of her are just activated. I remember that fight at the end. She was trying to goddamn choke the goddamn lady out. Didn't she end up drowning her in some ice or some shit, though? I'm gonna just let it move.
So after this girl Kate gets sedated for pretty much pimp slapping Esther, at this point, let's not act like she don't deserve it, y'all. We know she deserves it. John goes home with Esther.
If he's sending me 30, why doesn't he just send them 30? If he needs the DoorDash, you know?
And Esther, at this point, let's not act like she don't deserve it, y'all. We know she deserved it. John goes home with Esther and Max and leaves Kate alone at the hospital. And while she's there, she gets a call from the previous orphanage Esther belonged to. Or should I say, what she thought was the orphanage. Because she finds out Esther's last spot wasn't an orphanage. It was a psych ward. Oh, yeah, this little girl is crazy.
They got somebody from Arkham Asylum. That's what yep, okay, now it's all clicking again.
You gotta have at least a few screws loose to threaten to cut off someone's ball. But that's not even the full explanation. Because this Russian dude tells Kate, on top of being crazy, Esther has been keeping something else
straight out of Arkham Asylum.
Chance to leave.
Wrong chat, nigga. Who chat is that going in? What you mean wrong chat?
This little girl Esther is not a little girl at all.
She was an old lady inside. Yeah, right? Or like something like that.
Y'all, last chance. This little girl Esther is not a little girl at all.
She was an old like nun or some shit inside.
At all.
Right?
She's a grown woman.
There's something about them Russians you don't know about, bro. It's something about those Russians. Shout out to Russian niggas. I don't want no beef with y'all, but I'm just saying there's something about it always be them Russians that always be having something odd about them. The Helgas, the Bulgas, the all types of people like that. They be having the moles on the cheek. They be having Superman strength. Bro,
crazy.
I don't know what it
Apparently
is.
She looks like this because of some genetic dwarf thing. But my mind was blown when I first seen this. Like, this is some weird anime stuff. A middle-aged woman pretty much trapped in the body of a child? That must suck. You wouldn't even be able to do regular stuff. Like, imagine your friends trying to go to Six Flags and you can't get on anything but the kiddie rides.
Grown woman strength.
You 35 in the body of a 7-year-old. That would be horrible, but that's how it is for Esther. But that still doesn't answer. Why would she go out her way to look even more childlike? Why is she trying to live with people? Bro. Well, the reason she did all this stuff, you know, get adopted, torment Kate, was for one reason. A twist again. The reason she did all this was because she wants John. Ugh, I know she's really an adult, but
no shit. Alright, like imagine you got a wife, right? Like this I know it's probably nothing but straight men in here, bro. I know it's nothing but straight men in here right now. Like imagine later on down the line, right? You had a wife. You adopt a little girl, right? Type shit. No, you adopt a young man. A little man. You feel me? Alright, alright, tell him, alright, world. He ain't damn getting on. Man, listen, shots at the part I'm at, we gonna need damn backup. But just still, imagine you adopting. Imagine. I ain't even say nothing about Rock Nation today. How the fuck? What the fuck? I ain't even say shit about Rock Nation today. You know what? Besides that, though. Imagine you and your wife. You adopt a young man. He probably around 8, 9 years old, 7 years old, or something like that. You feel me? You think he a regular kid. You got a great soul, and then you think, oh, yeah, I'm gonna raise this little nigga to be great, one of the greats. He gonna be the next LeBron. He gonna be the next leektewofficial. He gonna be the next Jeff Hardy or something like that. Feel me? Just to find out it's a 55-year-old man, a nigga that's Quan TV age is in that child. And he's trying to take your wife, and he's willing to go to any limit to do that. I'm talking from choking you out, killing you, doing anything like that, bro. Feel me? Nigga. How would you even... How did that... But first of all, how did those other niggas from the psych ward even find that out, though? How did they find that out?
Don't feel
that
right.
It's a middle-aged lady trapped inside that little girl.
Esther trying to get herself a man.
How the fuck?
And there's just so many things wrong with this.
Niggas in
Like,
Arkham
you really
Asylum
thought
even know
this
that?
was the way to do it? Dressing up as a child? That pigtails and dress stuff might work in Japan or with billionaires, but not with a man who's trying to adopt you, bro. Come on, that's gross. And that's who it's the scariest for, at least in the end. Because remember, they went home without Kate. So when they get home, John has to deal with Esther, who he thinks is just a Russian kid he adopted.
That's weirder on the fucking John part. Nigga, what the fuck?
Has to deal with Esther, who he thinks is just a Russian kid he adopted, trying to riz him. This junk is gross. She over here talking about some, but you said you love me. Ugh, seeing someone get rejected is cringy enough, but seeing a father reject his daughter? Fuck. That's something I thought only dudes in Arkansas had to deal with. I don't want to see this. Messed up part is that dude John doesn't even figure out that she's been fooling them that whole time. I mean, maybe he did because he saw her without her makeup when she stabbed him to death, but I doubt it. Kate rushes home after figuring out the news. I mean, obviously she's late. John is dead. But either way, Kate gotta be the realest chick I seen in a horror movie. Because when she was approaching the crib to park up and run inside, she said that and straight up crashed her car into her crib. That's some cool stuff. Could you imagine nothing was happening inside though? That would have been a little embarrassing. And this one pretty much concludes with Kate getting back for John and killing Esther by kicking her after she tried to pull a "don't let me die, mommy." And I know I just talked hella about this movie.
That's all I remember. They was fighting at like some
still not close to being the scariest one. I'm sorry. A movie that is though is Barbarian.
I didn't see that either.
This one was actually suggested by one of you guys a little while ago. And let me tell you something about this movie. This movie is not only scary, but it's weird. Like, movies I thought were weird for type of weird. And that's actually what I was saving it for. But here it is. So this movie's about a girl named Tess who's staying at an Airbnb in Detroit. I ain't saying nothing. Except this Airbnb got some weird stuff going on. First of all, when this girl gets there, she finds out someone else was already staying there. A dude at that. And because of some event going on in the city, she has to stay with him. Oh, heck nah. See, I'm a dude and I'm some event going on in the city, she has to stay with him. Oh, heck nah. See, I'm a dude and I'm sleeping amongst the rats before I even think about sharing a crib with literal Pennywise. That's his actor, y'all. Look at him. But that was only the first thing, because later at night, the weird stuff continued. When Tess in the middle of the night hears a weird sound. And I mean weird. Sound like someone aggressively sucking a baby bottle. What the heck? But when she looks to see if it's the dude she's staying with, she sees he's asleep. What the heck is going on? And it only gets stranger. The next day, Tess goes outside and notices the neighborhood she's staying in.
After that, nigga, no. One night only. No. Fuck that.
And it's run down, like, bad.
I'm figuring out something.
After her job interview, people tell her she shouldn't even be on that side of town, that it's dangerous. And strangest of all, when Tess gets back to the crib and accidentally gets herself stuck in the basement, she finds a hidden room. And in that hidden room, there's another room.
You went to it?
I don't know what happened here, but it must have been the crib and actually gets herself
I can't really tell from this light.
Stuck in the basement. She finds a hidden room.
Don't tell me.
And in that hidden room, there's another room. And I don't know what happened here, but it must have been some.
So you went in. Wait, so she went into the hidden room. Just one more time. You black.
So he gets herself stuck.
I'm gonna take the. Let me see. mixed race with a white English mother and a Jamaican father. So she's white and Jamaican. So the Jamaican in you didn't tell you just don't walk into that first room? Because for you to discover that second secret passageway, you got to go into the first one. Why are you going in the first one in general?
He finds a hidden room. And in that hidden room, there's another room. And I don't know what happened in here, but it must have been some messed up stuff. Because this room had a bucket, a stained mattress, a camera,
I mean, you're sleeping
and
with
a bloody
Pennywise in the same
hamper.
house. I would expect
This is not good. Tess obviously panics, and luckily, at the same time, her roommate comes back. Convenient, huh? And she starts telling him, look, we gotta go. There's a bucket with boo-boo, a camera, and a bloody hamper in the basement. We gotta go. And it's a horror movie, so you know dumb stuff is like law. Tell me why this dude says, I should go check it out myself to be safe. What you mean to be safe? If we just leave and call the cops, I think that's pretty safe. I don't know how Tess ain't think maybe this dude was behind it or something at this point. That's what I was thinking. There's a stranger in your crib. He shows up when you find the stuff, and then he wants to go check it out himself? Come on, bruh. But I realized quickly I might have been wrong. Because after this dude goes downstairs and doesn't respond, Tess goes down there, which again is like,
the nigga?
Why would you go into the basement again? You knew this man for about 17
calls.
hours and you want to play Captain Save a Clown?
From
That could have
outside
been
the
my
house
best friend
in
and I
the
still would
car.
have dipped. Like, I warned you, buddy. But when Tess goes down there to see what's going on with the dude, she discovers that in that hidden room with the room, there's a hidden passageway.
And
yeah, at this
went
point, I was
down.
like, Tess, if you go in there, you either top 5 dumbest people in horror movies or I'm the most heartless dude on the planet. Because why would you go in there? She goes down there, of course, and here's when the true horror of this movie starts. Because when Tess gets down them steps, she finds a few, I'll say, surprising things. First of all, she finds out this downstairs area isn't just a basement within a basement. It's a whole tunnel system. Then in that very same tunnel system, she finds some cages, some very big cages. And then, most surprising of all, she finds her roommate. Which is surprising because I thought you were in danger, buddy. What happened? At this point watching this, y'all should be thinking the same thing I was thinking when I first watched it. Oh yeah, Tess, you stupid. It's clearly him behind it. And he's trying to act all scared. This is all clearly him. Oh my. Out of nowhere from the tunnels came this giant naked lady that just straight up murked Keith. And I mean like really naked. Like I can't show y'all, but just know they was hanging 10. And this naked monster lady is by far the most disturbing part of this movie. Well, her and how she was made. Like, we don't see it immediately, but after she captures Tess, the actual owner of the house comes through and discovers the same tunnel. And that's when we see how scary this lady is. Because first of all, her speech, non-existent. Cave speak. And you may not find this scary, but I do. I don't want to be held hostage by someone who speaks like, speaking in oogas and boogas. Are you mad or excited? I can't tell. Then we find out they call her the mother, which you may be thinking, oh, why is that a big deal? Well, the reason they call her the mother is because she wants to be a mother so bad that she feeds the people she captures through baby bottles.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's giving them milk.
Now
And I thought with her speech, she's running to the grocery store and asking where the dairy section is at, so you can only assume. That's right. That's her milk. That's disgusting. But I'm drinking all of it. Look, it's either that or she starts getting aggressive. And if I'm in this, if she want a baby, she gonna get a baby. The second she put that bottle through the cage, I'm gonna be in there. Plus, it beats what happens if you don't drink it. If you don't drink it out the bottle, she takes you out the cage and makes you drink it straight from the source. Which, I don't even gotta explain why a giant naked cave lady giving you some mother's milk is both terrifying and disgusting. And I already know there's gonna be some of y'all in the comments saying, hear me out. No, bro. I'm not hearing you out. No. But like I said, how she was made was even scarier. Because she may look like the monster of this movie. I mean, she is, but there's a bigger monster behind all this. This guy. And it's okay to be confused.
Who the fuck
Just
is
looks
him?
like a middle-aged dude, right? But this guy is actually a serial killer. Yup, and when I say this dude is sick, I mean he's sick. Because not only was he murking exclusively women on some Doma stuff, but he would have babies with these women. And after he would have babies with these women, he would have babies with those babies. I know, take it all in, take it all in. And he did this over and over and over again until he made the mother, which explains the appearance, the strength, and the cave speak. Yeah, this movie is sick. And now, for the scariest movie of the video, it's no other than...
Which I still gotta watch.
I got a lot of stuff I want to say about this movie.
Which I still gotta watch.
This is fair use. Now, before I even get to how I feel about it, you gotta know this movie is special. It's about missing kids like the Black Phone and directed by the dude who made Barbarian. And it shows, because this movie was probably the scariest experience I had in a movie theater ever. And I've seen a dude get jumped at the theaters before. If you ain't never seen it, this movie's about a small town where a classroom of kids go missing under mysterious circumstances.
Bro, we supposed to watch
17 kids all ran out their homes at 2:17 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m.
At this point, I don't even know if I'm ever watching this
never
shit.
To be seen again, except one. But the strange thing is, when they ran out, they all did this triangular pose, almost like a mix between T-posing and the Naruto run. And now the town and the parents are in an uproar, trying to figure out how or why this happened. And that's all y'all really need to know, because this first half is...
I see my son running outside doing some Naruto shit like that, late at night, 4 in the morning type shit, bruh. But he's not specifically doing the Naruto run, he doing some like shit like that. Not corresponding, not responding to shit, and just running. You gotta just let the little nigga run. Dead ass. Oh, see... I be thinking there's some truth behind a lot of these movies, bro.
All it took for this movie to scare me. I didn't know I was gonna be that scared when I was coming in. I came in thinking, scary, scary. But then about 5 minutes into the movie, when I seen that first kid run across the street with his arm stretched out, I want to go home. I can't explain it. It wasn't a disturbing or scary killer. It wasn't spammy jump scares. It was just vibes. That's the best way I can explain it. This movie had scary vibes. Like, bro, this jump was so scary, it made me realize I might be on the spectrum. No, I'm serious. Because every time I felt tensions rising or stuff became too much for me, I was immediately rushing to cover my ears. I'm serious. I spent about 80% of the movie like that. Packed theater too. I ain't care. That's just how real it was. I ain't care about what the people around me thought.
I'm watching it on their Patreon.
And that's what I think it was.
Tonight!
Like, yeah, of course, there's also a mix of fear of the unknown, but I think the music of this movie, or even lack thereof sometimes, just built this tension. And it makes sense too. We all know horror movies aren't scary without their music. Like, you're not gonna be scared watching The Conjuring if it had freaking the SpongeBob music in the back, like, nah, it just wouldn't be the same. And Weapons was really good at it. The music just made me feel like something was always about to happen. Like, there's this one scene early on in the movie where the teacher of the kids that went missing goes to visit the one kid that didn't go missing to, you know, figure out why he's the odd one out. But while she's posted up out there waiting to see something suspicious, she accidentally falls asleep. But that's not the scary part. The scary part is, while she's asleep, the kid's house door opens. And when I tell y'all I've never been so scared to see a door in my life, I'm not trolling.
Oh, fuck no. Hell nah. Wish I would see a little nigga running out there T-posing and shit, bro. See, that just remind me of some, like, I ain't gonna lie, Paranormal Activity low-key can go up there too for one of the scary movies I ever watched. Like, was it the third or fourth one? I feel like no one gives that one love anymore, bro. Those be scary too, cause it's like, bro, imagine you living in a house and someone just like during nighttime, like they just walk around doing some mysterious things and they cracking people's neck and just doing all types of shit and just niggas is dying off from a random family member and shit on some ghost shit, and they be sneaking out the house late at night, not knowing where they go, and next thing you know they go into a random well or they go underground one day just out of the blue. That's not something you want to damn see, or that's not something you want to keep in your life. Every single Paranormal Activity, they would notice those little things, and they would keep them niggas in them lives, or they would keep them niggas in their life. As many Paranormal Activities they had, and they call those holy people, and they call those, what do you call that nigga? They gotta get the poltergeist, I guess. They gotta get them niggas out them shits. They gotta get the ghost out of those niggas. You know how many poltergeists they called in all those movies? And yet you still be best friends, or you still be treating them like family. You still be having lunch with them and this, that, and the third and smiling in their face. Yeah, I know they normal in the daytime. Nigga, nighttime come around, it's like they part. It's like that whole ghost thing is a family in Paranormal Activity. I don't know, bro. They all be together. That shit in 3, I don't know if it was 3 or 4, but that shit scared me.
Like, that jug had my heart racing. And then when we saw some lady come out that same door wielding some scissors and walking around like a crackhead, oh my goodness, I was in the theater, ears covered. Wake up, come on, wake up. I was so scared, my friend had to let me know to uncover my ears because I was yelling. And that was just the first half of the movie too. Even the reveal towards the end, spoiler warning, that it was actually the kid's witch aunt behind it all had me a little spooked. And not even because I'm scared of what she can do, I mean, low key, but it's cause look at her, look at those teeth. If this was the first scene they showed in the movie, I would have walked out immediately. That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over today. Y'all know what to do. Comment down below the movies y'all thought was the scariest, or maybe y'all didn't find anything scary, and I'm just
4.
I think.
Right?
Either way, though, comment down below some movies you guys find scary. I might do a part 3. Maybe I'll use some of yours.
That should be fucking me up. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas don't know about Paranormal Activity 4 or 3. I don't know if it was 4 or 3. It was the one with the little girl was looking, or the kid was looking at him at the end. Hold on, bruh. Now I'm invested. No, this was bad too. Yes. All of these endings be fucking me up, bro. Dead ass. These shits be getting me, cause it's like it be their kids, it be their best friends, it be their cousin, their Uncle Jerry, it be someone real close to him, bro, every time.
Okay.
Look, and you see some random like that happen. These be the scariest movies to me, bro. Paranormal Activities. Dead ass.
Katie, get away from there. Chrissy, listen to me. Stay right here, okay? Don't move, okay?
And then
Katie.
she, bro.
Katie?
Blowing me, bro. I couldn't watch these in the theaters, and they get dragged out. There'd be something random happen. Watch. Like, who the fuck is... I think she was, like, behind all of that shit or something like that. Yeah, and then they die like that. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, what the nigga? Hell no. I don't care. Paranormal Activities, they gotta go down for one of the scariest movies. Dead ass. I'm gonna get to it, son. That 4 fucked me up. 4 fucked me up so bad, bro. Seeing all these little niggas, and it be all like grouped together, like from the first movie to the ending ones. Like you would see niggas that came from like the 3rd movie into the 5th movie all of a sudden just pop in. Hell no. Hell no.
Wait, come on, we have to go right now. Come with me.
And then this little bro, it be the little brothers and shit to get possessed. It be the cousins, like man.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Let's go. Let's go. Wait. Ah!
And then turn around, be someone else. What the fuck is that, bro? Come on, bro. Paranormal Activity gotta go down for the... Which one was the best friend type shit? Oh, it was Mark ones. Okay. Mark ones was scary too. I ain't gonna lie. Those are like the best friend things, I think. Yeah. Those are my opinions though for the scary movies of all time. I should have put Paranormal Activity there from the jump, but it's definitely Orphans, Paranormal Activity, and it was one more I can't. Wolfman scared me like shit for no reason, but that scared me when I was young though.